Reynolds and Reynolds was founded in 1866. For a little context, that was 1 year after the Civil War ended. That's how long the company's been around. It's pretty wild. And it started with one guy who he was in the newspaper business, and he decided he wanted a little more for his life. So he came to the big city of Dayton, Ohio, and started a printing company. Then he started printing business forms, and then through a lot of hard work and dedication, he grew the company. And you fast forward, I'm going to skip a lot of the steps here, obviously, but you fast forward and to the 1920s, Reynolds started printing. It was actually through somebody who ended up owning Reynolds at one point, R.H. Grant, who was the leader of sales for General Motors. He came to Reynolds and said, all right, I'm having trouble. I'm going around the country to all these GM stores, Chevrolet at the time, all these Chevrolet stores, and I'm trying to figure out how to get them to sell more cars, but there's nothing I can compare. There's no standard. There's no financial statement. There's no metrics I can look at across the board. He's like, I need your help. So Reynolds developed a standard financial statement for Chevrolet dealers. R.H. Grant rolled it out across all of the dealerships in the U.S. And he started basically having comparable metrics to look at. So you can point to somebody and say, hey, you're doing poorly in this, or you're doing well in this. So he developed benchmarks. And over the course of the next 5-7 years, Chevrolet ultimately became the best-selling vehicle in the U.S., overtaking Ford. And it was directly pointed to R.H. Grant's leadership. Well, you fast forward, R.H. Grant then ends up buying Reynolds and Reynolds later on in his life. And you go into the 60s and we start working toward software and developing really, batch processing. And then that moved into the DMS world. And then the last 15, 20 years has just been through the roof as far as, and this is across the board. I just get so excited about our progress and where we're going, what's possible. But that's the really brief, long history of Reynolds and Reynolds.